Good evening to you, one and all. Shadow Temple of the Zeldathon and AF Crew teams back here with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are in the fourth case of this here game where we are trying to bail out our very rival, Miles Edgeworth, from being accused of murdering somebody on Christmas Eve. It really feels like he probably did it, but we have to believe in our client anyway because, dang it, he's our best friend, rival, frenemy, lover, and we're starting to think that maybe there's something more to this. We have had ourselves quite an adventure so far trying to defend him. We've so far convinced the judge and therefore everybody, because the judge is the only person who apparently has the final say in this case, that there is a possibility that Edgeworth was not the person who took the shot against our victim in this case. But now we need to figure out, if not him, then who? Because this is how this justice system works. It's not enough for us to just put reasonable doubt in the space. We also apparently have to just find the person who killed them. So that's what we're going to do tonight. And we have been led to a new witness in the case, who is the owner of a boat rental shop near the lake where the murder took place. And so tonight, we are going to say hello to that boat keeper, and we are going to see exactly how that goes. So without further ado, let's jump on in and play some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Let's go. But yeah, hi. This is not a new case. No, not from Wednesday. This is day 2, I think, of this case. The game will tell me. Day 2 of the investigation. Yes. This case is a 3-day long thing. I'm just going to tell you that right now because it is the last case in this game, and all the final cases are always like the longest of each game. So we still got ourselves a little bit more to go. We're certainly not finishing this one tonight, but we will be getting close, I think. So let's get started. You like this shirt? It's so colorful. Yeah, it's a Yeti original. I bought it from directly from Yeti HQ. Like I was there, and they had a bunch of shirts, and I decided to get this one. This is their Yeti Lo-Fi shirt. Back when Lo-Fi Girl was such like a ubiquitous piece of culture. Anyway, friends, yes, once again, welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are at Gourd Lake alongside our assistant Maya Fey as we are trying to determine who else witnessed this murder. And so we're going to go and chat with the owner of the shop over here in just a second. Not you, Larry. Stay here, Larry. We're going to the boat rental shop. Before we get started, though, too, hello, Bella and Lemons and Unity Star and Nella's Best and Kashi and Dwayne Ultimate Theories and Miss and A56. Hello, Hop. Hello, Mr. Wilson and Darth and Ninja and Bella, if I don't already say that. Hello, Anna Hedgehog and Albatross and Ali Catunicorn. Cattooncarn. That's what I'm reading. Via 1Q and Real Phoenix Bloom and Banana Girl and everybody else coming in here. Hello. Hello to you, Do and Newbie. Nooble. Hi. December 26th, boat rental shop.
Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about.
You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all.
Well, let's go check it out anyway.
All right. We're just gonna hop into the boat rental shop. Does the man live here? December 26th, Caretaker's Shack. Also, that is a majestic looking bird. Meg! That you? Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick.
Nick, you handle this.
I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg!
Yes?
Want 6 bananas? He put 6 bananas. The shopper thought it was per bunch. You have 36 bananas. Oh, God. Finally made up your mind, have you?
My mind?
You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone.
Pasta?
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running, an old man like me? Polly, the kids are home.
Hello! Hello! Nick, what was that?
A parrot. The one on the perch.
Keith!
Yes?
I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, sonny.
Nick, what's the wet noodle?
Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop.
That's a relief, isn't it, Polly?
Hello! Hello!
Yep.
He fell asleep.
I guess he's relieved. Yeah, it's time to just to get that oven cooking there, miss. You got tons of banana bread ahead of you. I'm in a mood to feel cheerful today. Well, hey, what do you say about enjoying some streaming today? And maybe improving your day. What do you think about that? Series just scheduled for one episode and a half. Most series till next October. Oh, you got, yeah, it'll keep you busy. Let's talk to about the pasta restaurant to this mysterious man. Huh? A pasta shop? Hey, Fairly Frog, how you doing?
Yep. I think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started it, you know. So that makes you two the third generation. Meg,
Yes?
tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing.
Dough tossing?
You too, Keith.
Yes?
You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen.
Pasta Wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy?
Yeah, that would be west of Japan. Keep up. Anyway. All right, see you, New Star.
Meg!
Yes!
You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you?
Right, but if this takes place in LA, then we're... never mind, it's fine. Right, of course. Everybody knows that. Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, yeah. Nick,
Huh?
how long do we have to keep all this all in the family charade?
This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. Boat rental shop. All right, see you, do. This is a boat rental shop, right?
What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Oh, now you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, yo, dude, we want to ride in one of your boats. That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, and if I understand them.
I'm pretty confused myself.
Nick, this isn't going anywhere.
This old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. Well, played it right go the way he was had a hater video. Yeah, why? Thank you. Wasn't sure if people would recognize me or not in that video, and the answer is they did. It's actually a fun fact. So yeah, we did a video a couple days ago called something like "Kidnapped by my hater," and they gave me the role of the hater, and so No joke, tried to give him the voice of Red White of Blue Corp from this exact playthrough that we're doing right now. Which they then pitch shifted quite a bit, but I thought it was fun in the meantime. I guess my voice is still too recognizable. All right, let's see if we can convince him to vote if anything here. How about our attorney's badge? Let's see if we can wake him up with that. I did not do the name bit, sorry. The hater already knew who everyone was. The whole idea is that he's coming in and like ruining everybody's day because he's smarter. He's smarter than everybody. He's so smart. They're so dumb. They're so dumb. He's so smart. Classic internet boy.
Lawyer's badge?
Whoops. Yes, it is. What? I swear I'm clicking in the game, but they keep flipping me out. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge.
I get it.
Huh?
Yep. I got you all figured out now. You're not Keith.
Nick, now's our chance to clear things up.
Sir. No, I'm not Keith.
And I'm not Meg either. Although if there's inheritance, though.
We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night.
Please help us.
Lawyer, huh?
Please, mister.
All right, I'll help. But on one condition.
What's that?
When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle.
I promise. Okay, we promise.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Hey, anything to get this case solved, okay? I don't mind becoming a restaurateur. Probably pays better. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles, huh?
I guess so.
That's my boy. Good for you, Keith.
Wait, didn't I just say...
You too, Meg.
Yes?
You bring a tear to the old man's eye, you know. Now, what was it you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? See you, Panda Bear. And Cookie Goddess and Celestial Spade and everybody else coming in here. Hello. Hello. You're not sure if you like... In that, you're not sure which one you like more, Dwayne, or you're not sure if you like either of them. Either way, it hurts a little bit. I started on time. 8:30, but, you know. The first one, gotcha. I figured. When I initially read it, it was like, oh, not a fan of either movie. By the way, actually, I promise I'm not going to make this a whole half-mouth thing. Friends, in case you ever wanted your very own Pierce Meow, Target is now officially selling them. Just saying. I don't know if it's even announced yet. I think it might just be a soft open on them. But they are they are like you can get them locally now as opposed to having to specifically buy them online. As long as you're within striking distance of a Target, which is, not guaranteed, but that's okay. There's something that weirds me out about the new Pierce, though. If you take a look at that guy. So this is the one that I got right here, right? Take a look at that face. Pretty cute, right? Yeah, pretty nice. And then click on that link and take a look at the one in the picture for this new thing, right? What I don't understand what happened between this fella and the one that is going into stores now. What? Why Pierce eyes so close now? Why Pierce eyes so close together now? Like nothing else seems to have changed. except that his eyes are closer now. And I might be the only person in the world that actually cares or pays attention. But it's different. I don't know why they was some artist was like, oh, those eyes too far apart. Anyway. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Okay, so we almost got him talking. Let's show him a picture of someone getting shot. Maybe that'll wake him up.
Yep, I've seen this.
You know something about this, sir?
Keith,
Yeah?
it's okay. You can call me Dad. Come here, son.
Dad! You know something about this? Oh, Phoenix, yes, and I'm into it.
Yep. The other night, out on the lake.
Yes?
I know all about that. I've seen it.
What? Tell us what you saw.
Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all.
We're gonna chat. What you saw?
I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yep.
It was after midnight, but okay.
And I heard this bang, so I looked outside. And I heard another one. Bang! A little while later, this boat comes back. And a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yup.
What did he say?
Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise.
We need to know earlier than that.
Well, we ship him to a home. Yeah, I just need you to sign here, here, and here, indicating that I now have power of attorney. Thank you and goodbye. This man does need a break, though. He clearly needs a moment. He needs to be out of here. This is not no place for this man. What else can we show him? Misty Faye's photo. He fell asleep. Oh. You know anything about Gordy? You know about Gordy?
Nope.
I like how they're so if you haven't played this series before, if someone you're talking to doesn't know about like a piece of evidence, they'll just kind of have this like rote like generic statement about like, I don't care about that thing, whatever, man. But they felt the need for us to show him and then have him look at it and be like, I don't know. How about a gun? What if we check on the parrot? I don't think there's anything else really for us to present.
Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me. Phoenix, fix the bird.
Well, you forgot, Meg. You gotta call her name first.
Her name?
Ollie, how you been?
Hello, squawk.
See?
Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly.
Parrot added to the court record.
Too bad all she can say is hello.
Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words.
The secret words? Polly, what's your name?
Polly, Squawk.
Cute.
Maya's found a new friend. Let's talk about Polly.
My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here.
Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe?
1228. Squawk.
All right.
Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya?
See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking.
And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write the number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes.
You know what? Little Terry was just here.
Terry?
Yep, that kid next door. He always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat. Got himself some whiskers growing out of his face.
Must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. There's actually a case where a bird had witnessed a murder and was questioned. This is one of them cases, but we'll get into that soon enough.
He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow.
Really?
Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving?
I think you're right. Oh, wait, I had one more question.
Huh?
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk! Don't forget DL6. Squawk!
The first time that I ever witnessed that, it was like, ah! It's got the energy of like,
Polly, what should we never, what can't we forget?
9/11. Squawk!
good job, Polly.
What did she just say, Nick?
One more time, Polly.
Don't forget DL6. Squawk!
What? The Deal 6 incident? Hey, mister, I mean, Dad. This is getting weird. Who is this old guy?
Why would that bird Polly know about DL6?
We have to figure out who that old man is.
Oh,
What?
he locked the door from the other side.
Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Oh, man.
Don't forget the Alamo. Squawk!
To criminal affairs, then. Hey, Tart Elizabeth, how you doing? December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs.
Hey, pal. Long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time?
Actually, we wanted to ask you something.
Yeah?
The boat caretaker. You know the boat rental shop down at Gordon Lake?
Oh, yeah.
The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right?
Huh? How'd you... It's supposed to be a top secret.
Do you know who that old man is, Detective?
Remember the 15th of November. Squawk! Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. And don't get me started on his bird, you know what I'm saying? I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea.
Sounds suspicious.
Do a stretch shirt.
Oh. Oh.
Ugh, thank you. I sit in this chair far too much. DL6 incident, please. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. Is having no identity a crime? I mean, when it comes to talking to the police, there's a difference between being like obviously like insubordinate and preventing them from learning your identity. And then there's being such a doddering old man that you don't really know. Right? Like they're not going to be like, "Get down on the ground!" Cuz this man is just kind of half asleep. But yeah. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think it has something to do with this current case. Thank you for the follow, by the way. And hello, Strawberry Mint Kitty. How you doing? And B5 a watch. Doesn't he like file taxes or something? I don't know if he does. I'm not so certain. And if he is, it seems he's doing those taxes about a pasta shop that sells zero pasta, and therefore he has no income. Minus the occasional boat rental, but something tells me he don't make a lot off of it. Well, I joined Team Gnomes. I do not know at all what that means. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show him to you either, pal.
What?
However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up.
How about the old man's bird is trying to remember it? Is that enough?
What's that? A parrot? You stole it from the old man?
The old man at the boat shop. The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. I will leave you to it, Tart Elizabeth. I'm good. I'm not gonna take sides without further due research. I'm doing well, Lily Gabina. You have to go to sleep so early. Okay. Hello and goodbye. The parrot knew about that incident.
That incident?
DL6.
What?
We were just there. You don't have to do a fly. It's whatever.
Polly, have we forgotten something?
Squawk! Don't forget DL6! Squawk!
The Gnomes vs. Knights a TikTok thing. I'll have to look into the trend.
Uh-huh.
Don't you forget your 401k! Squawk!
I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word.
Yeah, but how would the old man know about the DL6 incident?
Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? You just now picking up on it?
This flashback, Squawk!
Nick, you think he might be?
I get you. Sounds like you need some information on the DL6 incident. Through there's the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need.
All right. Way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room.
I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. So a little bit of background if you're curious as to what everyone's talking about with the DL6 incident. DL6 was the case file name for a murder case that happened 15 years ago where, again, we'll learn more about it in a moment here, but Edgeworth watched his dad die. And yeah, it's apparently it was never solved. The person who killed him did indeed go free. And now we're digging into it. Merry Christmas to you too. 15 years ago. December 26th, Police Department Records Room.
Wow. It's amazingly dusty.
10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess.
Let's find the DL6 stuff and quick.
15 years ago. Both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with fourth grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6?
Nick, I found out where the file is.
Oh, thanks.
Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file.
Let's start with a summary. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary.
Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go.
December 28th, 2001. Yeah, so if it happens 15 years ago, that means that this game takes place in the far-off distant future of 2016.
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow.
So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse.
What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now?
Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out.
Wow, that was some earthquake.
At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours?
That would be scary like that in the dark.
There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors?
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
That's why Edgeworth always uses stairs and why he doesn't like earthquakes. He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Woof. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father?
Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it.
Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. The thick thighs. He's just always doing them stairs. His office is on the 9th floor of the space. Aw. Somebody said tell Twister, have fun at Hot Pot. That's fun. Hope they're having a good time. He had lost the day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles! Miles Edgeworth, of course.
So he was in the elevator with his father.
From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. By the way, I just now did a double take on that 170 stream streak. Holy jeez. That is a lot of streams. I've done 170 streams? Are you kidding me?
Put dispenser here.
What? The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. It sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there?
That'd be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it.
The man arrested as a suspect in the DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently.
So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it.
But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond.
Hammond? The victim in our case.
Whoa. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived. So much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared.
Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder?
He may be closer than we think.
Oh, pot just right. CS2 line, yeah.
Hey, TF2 is working again, friends. I played it a little bit here and there over the past couple weeks. It's fun. It's fun. I've forgotten how fun I have with it. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. Also, hi, Kayla and Fiona Sullivan. Hello. I still don't know what kind of sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. I don't know. Father being shot in an elevator before his very eyes before he succumbed to oxygen deprivation? Something tells me he didn't do well with it. Without a ventilation, how long could you survive in an elevator? I don't know. I imagine it extremely has to do with the size of the elevator.
Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out.
You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? DL6 case file added to the court record. What part of that is? I'll never tell. Right. Sorry. My voice is the best one. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. To be continued. Yeah, it's a weird implication here that this elevator is airtight. But why would you want to do that? Like, there's really not any benefit to it, as best as I can tell. I don't think there's any other reason. But yeah. Save your progress up to this point? Yep. Have I played Great Ace Attorney? Yeah, I've actually played. I've played every game in the series, on stream no less. This we haven't played in 8 years though. The last time I streamed this was like 2015, 2016. So it has been a moment. That said, the whole reason we're doing this once again, we're going to go through the original trilogy again, is we're preparing for the official translation of the Edgeworth investigation games, because we streamed the fan translation back in the day, but we've never, now that they're coming with the official release, so we want to pick it up, check it out. But yes, we were talking about Von Zeke's plenty last stream. Internet Power, you remember that DL6 incident happened in 2001, and the timeline of the game is a gap between 2020 and 2025. Is that what, between Apollo and Phoenix? If I had to guess? Like Apollo Justice and Dual Destinies, I'd imagine. Persona 4 Golden, huh? I never heard of it. I'll have to take a look sometime. December 27th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Wright Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready.
Who is the judge here anyway? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's right, because Apollo already joins by the time Phoenix is Hobo Phoenix. That's fair. Yep. There was like a time thing there. I remember now. January, Apollo be in court. Jeez. Anyway.
Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. So no opening statements.
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right, of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Rabble for approximately 30 seconds.
Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand.
It's the mysterious boat shop owner.
Witness, state your profession.
I, the proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. I also rent boats.
The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct?
Yep. Yep, I was.
Please testify.
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Objection. Sorry. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, right? Bah. I predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
Yeah, right.
Witness will state his name.
Well, I'm not really sure. Yep.
Is it just a story? Is it a game? When do we get to the game? This is the game! Woo! It's the genre you could consider to be a visual novel. We have agency, especially when it comes to the court case here, which you'll see in just a minute. But it is this. This is the brunt of the game.
Which is why I get to do all the voices.
This is a game that's used for memes. Oh yeah, all the time. Because this series has been running for, goodness, like when the last game that came out? What, like 20 years or something like that? 12 games in 20 years? Could you legally exist without a name? Sovereign citizens seem to think so. But they also keep getting body slammed by cops. So I don't know if that actually works.
What do you mean?
My memory.
Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
He can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness?
They also think it's okay to drive without a license, pay taxes, commit crimes. They think if you just write your name weirdly on a paper, then you're scot-free. Narrator, it doesn't work like that. The night of the murder.
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang.
Hello, Cadence. How you doing?
Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now.
Yes, of course. Mr. Wright?
Excuse me? What are you saying? Of course they'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Unkarma?
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time.
I forgot how, useless that was. For some reason, I had in my head that was like he was trying to time it out through the first bit of testimony, but no. He just tried to like force the case to close and was like, no, I'm going to do my job. Jeez. The night of the murder. All right, we're going to dig into this fool. It's the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. Just after midnight, you say?
Yep. Just around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right?
Ah! Don't glare at me like that. I remember it clearly, I did. Yep.
You see? Continue.
Keeps changing the name. Keeps changing the rules because he doesn't like losing. Yeah, for sure. Moving the goalposts every few seconds.
This game goes until the first person to score 15. 18. 21. And you have to win by 2. 3. And you have to score both of them twice in a row. But I just realized I hate this game, so you lose anyway. Huh.
You're in the restaurant where you rent boats. Is there anyone who could verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law.
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
You'll eat those words, Phoenix Wright. Happy Paris 2024. Did anybody watch the opening ceremony? I was still working at the time, but I heard it was pretty good. I actually really enjoy. I don't know if it's spoilers or not, but I really do appreciate that it was not in an arena. I liked that it was like a whole ran the length of the city. I think that's a really fun idea for an opening ceremony. Because I kind of get tired of seeing the same oh boy, they're on the track and field arena. Oh boy. Yeah, it was a cool change. Yeah, if you guys didn't see, they used the River Seine, which they cleaned up enough to make it worth being on for the Olympics. And then and then the Eiffel Tower at the end. It's good. It's good. I've only seen bits and pieces. I've not watched the whole thing, which is 4 hours long. So, yeah. Whoops. Did you miss anything? We are now in court, Shannon. And this guy here saw the murder, apparently. But he also thinks that his boat shop is an Italian restaurant. So, who knows?
Then I heard a bang. Yep.
And where did this bang seem to come from?
From the lake, I figure.
Are you certain?
Yep.
Good. Continue.
He heard a bang.
When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating down the lake.
Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figure there was 2 men out there. Yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yep. At the time, that is.
At the time?
Then I heard another bang.
Lose his memory? Oh, yeah, he'll tell you the same. In fact, we believe, right? I think we're supposed to put 2 and 2 together at the very least. That he is actually actively involved with a case. Not actively, I mean, it happened 15 years ago. But he was involved with a case that keeps coming up in this case that happened 15 years ago, where he may have suffered some severe brain damage as a result of oxygen deprivation while being trapped in an elevator. We believe he's connected to all this, but he also definitely does have some memory issues. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Yeah, didn't they say that he was like in his 30s? The clerk? 15 years has not been kind on him.
Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
By your window?
Yep, right my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
It's a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That man was defendant. You're saying I can't believe he's dead.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs!
There are no SpaghettiOs at the wet noodle.
Sorry. The judge is actually 28. Oh, no. No, the idea there being that the caretaker, he looks 80, but he'd be in his like 50s, I do believe. If I understand that correctly. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
Dead certain, Keith. You said I can't believe he's dead as he's walking by, too.
Uh-oh. Hey, Black Sparrow, how you doing?
Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth?
It was him! That Edgeworth boy!
Clonk.
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt.
On Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick, or this trial's gonna be over. Object! Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun and the photographs showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly!
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired, but then, grabbed the gun again with the other hand. You're ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Raise an objection again! Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie.
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand.
Hey, Mr. Matthew. How you doing?
This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Uh-oh!
The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wait!
Who was that just now?
Huh? What? Larry? Larry!
What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. Yeah, it was a gun, right? I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something you said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call him Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
He's just standing. The old man is still down there.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay. I'm gonna trust in Larry. Smash cut.
After hearing that further testimony, we actually now find Miles Edgeworth guilty of mass murder, 15 counts of murder, tax evasion, and just being kind of a jerk.
Well, that got worse. Your Honor, if there's another witness, then it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty.
Wow.
Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we'll hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Can a judge withdraw a verdict? I guess so. But I imagine it doesn't happen very often on account of, like, if judges just did that all willy-nilly, then what kind of court system do we even have, right? December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
That was too close.
Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. Just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yeah. You said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
Huh? You say something right.
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's been something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze.
I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. And I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking, put my finger directly on the trigger.
That's bad gun safety right there, sir. Get your better trigger discipline.
I didn't have a reason, really.
Sorry. I see.
Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma's only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. It's the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
His likeliest testimony will be full of holes, Wright.
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. Yeah, apparently he just grabbed the gun and was like, a gun! Don't just pick up random guns, guys. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw on the night of December 24th.
Expect Larry to memorize the script. We'll find out.
Right. Leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. The night of the murder. Sorry for all the yawns, by the way. It's been a long week.
That night, I was out on the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back at the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang! I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
Here we go. Yeah, a boat in the lake.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There's so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it?
Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on the boat. By the time everyone had gone home for that...
boy.
By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour?
I was looking for something, and I, found it.
Looking for something?
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely, he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. Long story short, we found out his inflatable mascot for his samurai dog stand flew out into the lake and was mistaken for a giant lake lizard.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
So I quietly slipped the boat back at the rental shop dock.
Around what time was that?
Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. Guess it was around 12. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry. Watches.
And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang.
Sorry.
After this interrogation, I might take a quick break and just kind of stretch a little bit. Where did the sound come from?
Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. Looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts,
Whoa, everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case.
So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. Wish you could be more helpful. Wish I could call my sister.
Well, let's hit this up. We know that the gun was fired 3 times, so why is the gun only been fired once? Fired 3 times. Let's do it. I mean, I agree with you, Volter Shock, that the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles are probably my favorite games of the series. But this series had to start somewhere, and this is where it started. You don't get Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, you don't get Danganronpa, you don't get a lot of these various whodunit games without getting this here first. This is where it all began. Got to pay tribute. Nope. Just kidding. That was wrong. The Ace Attorney watched so the whole genre could run. That's exactly right. So apparently that was not, even though the gun was fired 3 times. Oh, here we go. Lana's deposition says 2 sounds like gunshots. Let's try that. That's more like it. Wait a sec, Larry.
What?
You only heard 1 bang? You're sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Incorrect.
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Huh?
Not sure. How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I, might have missed the other gunshot.
So much more to do, such as jury investigation. Yeah. Again, fully agree with you. But remembering that those are the 11th and 12th games in the series. Be like being upset that that the original Super Mario Brothers isn't as detailed and as interesting as Super Mario Odyssey. A little bit of a shortened sort of window there in terms of development, but yeah. Now he knows that the other said 2 shots. He's like,
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was listening to something else.
something else?
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What?
Order! Order! And stop that booing!
Boo!
Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Here in 2016, where we all have our transistor radios that we listen to with batteries.
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Continue! Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know what he's lost.
No, the iPod was but a gleam in the eye of Steve Jobs at the time this game came out. Wild to think about, but true.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right. Leave it to me.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Witness testimony, what Larry heard.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it a real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
You're not gonna tell us what it was?
You're listening to your radio at a high volume? That's dangerous for your eardrums.
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Oh, I thought this was America.
And everyone's like sharing like sweaty glances like, I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
Oh, come on, Judge. That's not that new. We got DJs for the past, near 100 years. An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Really? Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. I guess, the term DJ probably only came up when records were a thing, right? So what? 30s, 40s, maybe? Now I want to know. DJ etymology. Originally in the 1940s. So there's a pretty good chance that there's a pretty good chance the judge should know what a DJ is. One Capcom's Garion series, would you pick to play Resident Evil or Ace Attorney? Ace Attorney because it's more my style. I'm not much one for horror, even though I do enjoy the Resident Evil games as a rare exception, honestly. I'm more of an Ace Attorney guy. That is very much my very subjective opinion. That is not a judgment on quality of games. I just really like these games.
Just to be clear.
What Larry heard.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to a real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot.
Oh, yeah, this is the part we actually wanted to know about. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow a question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when he heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot.
Get your cameras ready, friends. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something...
Ah!
Sorry. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. That does sound fun, miss. Well, it's a good thing that there are 11 or 12 of the games, Volter Shock. And also, speaking as somebody who loves escape rooms, very used to that problem. to pick up a game like that and have to dispose of it by the end is just par for the course for the things that I enjoy.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact.
Let's see what the time was on this photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:25, 12:15, 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. What?
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. It's the line. It's the line. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
I agree.
But what?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Larry's right. It's too much drift, and also that is a pretty specific line, right? It's almost Christmas. Means it's not Christmas. A DJ knows what time it is. That's how this works. Hey, because they know when they need to leave. You missed the line, Hop. Sorry. Escape room. We'll have to go hit one up. We found some pretty good ones out there, Black Sparrow. Southridge, very, very good escape room. Enjoyed a lot. Although, I think we mentioned it before, but one of your former employees was there, or who still works there. And anyway, Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Quick, rewind.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence that there was a gunshot before midnight.
The second lake photo. This one that a lot of heart gave us. This happened before midnight. Just the pandemic started, which I'm sure killed it outright. I love escape rooms. They're so good. So fun. You got to pay attention to which rooms you're going to, though. You got to pay attention, though, because otherwise there's some pretty low budget rooms out there that don't put a lot of effort in. And then there's some very good ones. Anyway. I know I said I was going to take a break, by the way, but I'm actually feeling pretty good right now. Look at this.
Look at this photograph. This was taken by a witness yesterday.
Miss Lotta Hart with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Ah!
Correct. Aha, indeed. Of course. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve.
Indeed, it would seem that is the case. And where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them.
Rabble, 25 minutes. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why? The witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera.
Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear! Nobody's gonna call me out for a stuffy nose.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any.
Let's see. Shows an empty lake taken automatically on 12/24 at 11:50 p.m. Lake photo taken automatically at 12:25 at 12:15 a.m. Said automatically take a picture when loud noise is detected. We could throw the camera out there again. We tried to make all sorts of noise in front of it, but only like a bang of something really worked out for it. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs, Cherry. The gun fired 3 times, and we'll get there. But we haven't quite gotten like as to what relevance it has yet, I don't think.
Mr. Wright, is that a smirk I see?
Your Honor, sorry, I really wasn't sure about the evidence.
Don't show us evidence if you aren't confident in Mr. Wright. I'll ask you again. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot?
I think the only piece we could possibly have, is maybe the 3 bullets, but we'll see. Yep, there we go. This is my evidence.
A murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. But Mr. Matthew, remember not to backseat, yeah? As the messages were spitting out in chat there. Don't tell us what you think it is until it's on the screen, yeah? Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday had 2 gunshots. Heard good 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot that Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, then there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case of the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes! If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Shouldn't you see a doctor first? Not that kind of hunch. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright.
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There could be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? You have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are.